labanan. Are y'all ready? Mania.
Maybe you just liked me when I was on my ass because it made you feel better about yourself.
Are you kidding?
No? This is what you wanted from me.
To be in this band?
To be in a band, to have a steady job, you know? To be, you know.
Of course I wanted you to have a steady job so that you could take care of yourself and your life and you could start your club.
Yeah, so I'm doing that, so I don't understand. Like, why aren't we celebrating?
Why aren't you starting your club?
You said yourself no one wants to go to that club. No one wants to go to a club called Chicken on a Stick.
So change the name.
Well, no one likes jazz. Not even you.
I do like jazz now because
And
of you.
this is what I thought you wanted me to do. What am I supposed to do? Go back to playing Jingle Bells?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying why don't
Scraping
you
pennies so I can
take
start
what
a
you've
club that
made
no one
and
wants
start
to
the
go
club.
to?
There, people will want to go to it because you're passionate about it, and people love what other people are passionate about. You remind people of what
Not
they
my
forgot.
experience.
Pointing out that you had a dream, that you followed, that you were sticking to.
This is the dream. This is the dream.
This is not your
Guys like
dream.
me.
Since when do
Just
you
'cause I
care
don't enjoy
about
it doesn't
being
matter.
liked? Why do you care so much about being liked?
You're an actress. What are you talking about?
Have you ever seen a conversation like this before? Two people are talking, but somehow they still fail to understand each other. Sometimes the more people talk, the more they misunderstand each other. You know what? Situations like this happen really often between men and women in everyday life. Sometimes women feel unheard while men feel confused because they think they already gave a solution. So, why does this misunderstanding happen so easily? For example, in this chat, the woman said, "I'm really tired today." Instead of responding emotionally, the man replied, "Then you should rest earlier." From the man's perspective, he is trying to help the woman by giving a solution. However, the woman may feel emotionally unsupported because she only wants empathy and understanding from the man. As the result, both sides end up feeling misunderstood. One reason why misunderstandings often happen is because men and women sometimes communicate in different ways. In many situations, women tend to communicate emotionally because they seek understanding and emotional connection. Meanwhile, men often communicate more directly and focus on solving problems. Another factor that may influence this difference is emotional and cognitive development. Women are often associated with stronger emotional awareness and expressions at an earlier stage, while men may express emotions differently. Because both sides have different expectations and communication approach, even simple conversation can easily turn into misunderstanding. These differences can also be related to communication styles and personality tendencies. For example, women are often associated with sanguine or phlegmatic tendencies, where communication is usually expressive, empathic, gentle, and relationship-oriented. Meanwhile, men are often associated with choleric tendencies, where communication tends to be direct, practical, and solution-focused. Because people communicate differently based on their personality tendencies, they may interpret the same conversation in very, very different ways. Situation can also be explained through high-context and low-context communication. Women are often associated with high-context communication where people communicate more indirectly and emotionally. In high-context communication, people may expect others to understand feelings and hidden meanings without explaining everything directly. Meanwhile, men are often associated with low-context communication, which tends to be more direct, explicit, and solution-focused. Because of this difference, one person may expect emotional understanding while the other immediately focuses on solving the problem. In the end, misunderstandings happen not because people have bad intentions, but because they communicate and interpret messages differently. And this is often called miscommunication. Both people may feel hurt even though both of them actually care about each other. So maybe the problem isn't about who is right or who is wrong, but sometimes people simply have different ways of expressing their emotions, solving the problems, and understanding communication. And by learning about different communication styles, we can become a better listeners, avoid misunderstandings, and build healthier communication. Because communication is only about how you speak to someone, but also about how you can understand each other. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Labanam al